I'm just not going to, I'm not even going to say them. Because you get mad when I do.
Of course.
But I was just trying
I
to let
don't
you
like
know.
anybody to ask me, have you been sitting in your room asking me to kill you?
I was just trying to let you know how I'm being tormented. I'm not crazy that way. I shouldn't be hearing that. I shouldn't be made to look crazy by other people when I'm not.
What are you expecting me to do?
I just wanted to be understood. And you took it the wrong way.
Have I not?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be taken the wrong way, but you got to understand I'm being fucked with the whole way.
I have been extremely tolerant and patient and as understanding as possible, though I have always been clear I don't understand how a bot would work. I can't fathom it because I do not see binary.
All right. I don't either. I don't speak binary. I do not.
Okay, so
I am using my common sense, knowledge of biology and science to know what I'm talking about with this thing, and psychology. Okay? That's what I've used to figure out what I'm telling you about it. But when I said that earlier, I was just feeling desperate to be understood, and it come out wrong.
I think the timing of that was pretty suspect.
And maybe I was stressed that way at that particular moment because I was telling on it.
Well, I just explained I have to post this notice. My mom is wanting the property cleared also, so
Right.
if I don't do this, it's going to be a double eviction, which it might be anyway.
And
because
it's all about
why
anything it can do to agitate me more so that I go off looking crazy, right? So by defrauding me to you, by conveniently timing that coming out of me, by stressing to have it come out of me at that time, it does have that much strategy to it. It does it to me all the time. Look at how do you think I want to keep getting kicked out of everywhere I'm at? But look how many places it's managed to do that with me making my best efforts. And it's because it just continually antagonizes something until you go off about it. Until I go, well, not you, but I go off about it, which will in turn cause those around me to go off about me going off about it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. How is this my fault?
I wish you could understand how much you have helped me. You saying like you feel like you can't help me, but these stuff...
By saying that you were going to rape and kill me, you've kind of crossed some boundaries.
No, I'm not saying that I'm going to. That's where I'm being severely misunderstood. I'm saying that this artificial thing
is telling you to.
Repeatedly telling me to, and I know better.
And you think that wouldn't make me uncomfortable? Do you think I got this old being...
More than that, okay?
I didn't get this old trusting people.
Okay, but I did. I thought you trusted me more than that.
I don't. I don't know you that well.
Well, I'm sorry.
I mean, we're not in any kind of relationship. We're not girlfriend, boyfriend. We don't share intimate secrets.
No, but at bare minimum, I used to be a registered weapon, and nobody has died at my hand.
And I cut tomatoes with a knife. And I pulled Jimson weed out of the ground.
Since 8 years old, I could have done it.
So,
I know better.
Some people in this room have done it.
I so much know better than to kill someone that it didn't cross my mind how you would take it. Because I don't think that way.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it.
There's one guy that I'm not sure if he lived or not. And that's because I made him stick himself with his own knife when he tried to stab me with it. That's it. Other than that, I cannot comprehend trying to kill someone. And he was trying to stab me, so...
I'm just telling you, I shared with Anna, and Anna is pissed. And which way she lands, I don't know. We could have a cop show up or not. I don't know. She's had to 1013 me in the past. And you said Spencer did you. So if she's worried enough, she will. If she's not, she won't.
Well, can I speak to her?
You got her number?
My phone's not gonna die.
She's at work. I mean,
I feel like
you'll have to
it's
call her and then wait, and
conveniently
she'll call you back. That's how you reach her at work.
And speaking of the
Or
convenience,
text her first so she knows it's the real number.
Okay, but speaking conveniently of the timing, didn't it wait till my battery was about to die to pull it?
I have no idea.
And why would I do that to myself?
Not intentionally.
And it waited until my battery was about to die to finally let you know. Mary's been trying to reach me this whole time. I've been trying to reach her. And you know what happens? And you know why? Because I told my mother that I'm just about guaranteed.
I tried to call your mom because I wanted to ask her if she could come talk to you about making death threats.
And you couldn't get through to her, could you?
It just rang and rang.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the option that I took. That's the option that I took.
It's not ringing on her end.
But, she may be in bed.
Or she may be in bed, but it's not ringing all day long.
It's like 10:30 or 11. I'm like exhausted. And now I've got to worry about this shit. I can't even come in from a day with my dying dad
please
and just enjoy the pets.
Please calm down and listen to me. My mother, I've been trying to call her and Mary all day, right? My mother's phone never rang until shortly after you got back. And it was to distract me away from all that evidence I had just recorded. Okay? At the end of the conversation, and again, it's all to keep me distracted away from revealing the evidence I just caught. Let time pass for it to get covered up. Okay? It lets me get through to Mom. I tell her that I'm going to try Mary next, because I've been trying to get through to them both all day. And I know that Mary's been trying to reach me all day.
Okay, what I'm telling you.
And I said, I bet I can reach her now. To prove me along and rub in that it's making a liar out of me. I get through to Mary once, and then it does what I was pointing out to you.
What's out in the universe right now is, I thought a good solution would be call your mom, talk to her, see if she can maybe come talk to you. I suspect Anna's going to call it in for a welfare check because she's my girl, and she worries about her mom. So I have no idea.
Call it in for a welfare check.
On me. She's done it many times. So if she's that worried, of course you know her. You've known her for years.
What I was getting desperate to get you to understand, which is the reason I pointed that out.
What I'm telling you is
I was actually trying to point out that you're safer than you think with me. Because it's trying to provoke that, and there's no need for it to try. I'm never going to do it. But it was intentionally timed to where, by it stressing me to do so at the wrong damn time, to where it was taken backwards of what I meant. And it's all about putting in enough back-to-back distractions.
There's a car.
Until I get fucked up on revealing the evidence I just found. I'm telling you that's the truth of it.
Don't let Luca out. No, ma'am.
I really need to find my house.
No, ma'am. You're going to go in the car. No, ma'am. That little white one's a puppy, but this one... Well, this one is... Let me put her in the car, please.
Oh, you're fine. Hey, little doggy dog.
I'm not.
Careful.
Okay. Stop. All right, Rick.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain this to him since I don't seem to understand it?
Okay. This is really tough to explain. I am being fucked with. If I explain the whole of it, I sound crazy. But I can show you evidence that I have in my possession that proves I'm not crazy. But if I tell you the whole thing, I seem crazy, which is the intent of what's being done to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Earlier, I figured out how to collect the evidence I just mentioned. I collected it.
Yeah.
I cut the tampering with my Google account and took, screen recordings and screenshots of it.
Yeah.
And then made it obvious that, now I've got what I need to finally prove that this is not just in my head, it's real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, deliberate tampering with my Google account using more than one phone number.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them's never been my number, and it's the second time in a row the exact same phone number has been used to attempt. This time it only got to attempt to let me out of my Google account. Last time it succeeded.
Okay.
All right. Ever since then, I've been harassed in ways such as my girlfriend and I have been trying to reach each other.
And that's not me. I'm just
no, it's not her.
boarding lady.
It's not her. It just used building agitation. It's a bot. You know what a bot is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bot that's hidden very well. Very, very well.
Yeah.
And it built agitation to escalate a problem between. And I made a statement to her that got taken the wrong way. I was trying to point out how safe it was with what it was doing.
Yeah.
That she had nothing to worry about.
Okay.
And she took it she felt very disrespected and got mad, and that's not what I meant to do.
Yeah. And who are you?
I'm Kelly Dunn. My mom owns this property, but I live here. So he rents this end of the house. I've had a couple of health scares where I didn't want to just live here by myself because, the yard's getting out of control and everything. And so he was going to rent a room, which was fine. We've been trying to work that out. He's a hard time keeping work.
Tampering with my phone is keeping my word on that, too.
He's got a schizophrenia diagnosis, but it is not currently treated anyway. But,
You know why I'm here?
Remember what I said?
I assume that my daughter called you for a welfare check.
Yeah. She was just worried about both of y'all.
And, he's threatened. Okay. Threatened is the wrong word. He says
I know what you mean when it comes to schizophrenia. I know the threat is different than most threatens.
I'm also schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in voluntarily for electroconvulsive therapy, and that is not a Band-Aid for anybody.
Yeah.
And it can be very successful in its own right, but you can't, I don't suggest it to people as a fix-all. But, I just feel like that we do have a good understanding. But in the last week or so, he's told me multiple times that the bot is telling him to rape me. And then the day before yesterday, he told me that 3 times in one day. And I felt like it was no longer the bot saying it. He was talking himself into it, is what I kind of was starting to feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Then tonight he tells me, after I told him I was posting the eviction notice, which my mother signed because she's the property owner. Then he said, "Do you sit in your room and ask for me to kill you at night?" And it really upset me. And I called my daughter. She's trying to call my phone now.
This was me pointing out that it did so to stress me and get me to talk about it for weeks without me mentioning it.
Mm-hmm.
That was my point of pointing that out.
Can I go get a card for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was literally my point in pointing that out. That this artificial source has non-stop aggressive, very aggressive tone.